And I've seen so many people struggle painting these walls, having issues with lines, paint drying too fast, texture being too thick or too smooth, and it seems like we finally found the cure. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you this huge beast. So this is a regular 9-inch roller, and this is 18-inch roller, which is double the size of a regular one. So what this does for us is it allows us to paint the surface twice faster, which means we're gonna be done way before the paint starts to dry. We're gonna have 2 times less lines, thus our finish is gonna look a lot better. All right, let's get right into it. And the reason why I prefer plastic over any kind of disposable trays is not only because of the cost. Regular plastic costs way less than the disposable trays. So that's one reason. And the second reason is I really like the convenience of the plastic. I always have it with me. I can make my disposable tray out of this plastic pretty much anytime. I don't have to keep those disposable trays with me in the truck all the time. They get ripped apart, they get squished. So that I don't like. That is a huge waste, carrying them around with me all the time. But the plastic never gets damaged. It's always in the roll, nicely wrapped. So I can always get a little plastic, cut it off, and use it as my disposable tray. The only important thing here, as you can see, you want to double your plastic. So there's 2 layers of plastic, just in case if you damage the first layer. And also you want to keep it all tight. So when you put it on, don't wrap it around first. Actually put the paint in first. That's going to push the plastic down and it's going to follow the shape of your tray. Then wrap it around and put a few pieces of tape around the perimeter just to keep the plastic really tight and not slipping away from the edges. And the other cool thing about this plastic is when the paint on the sides gets dry, I don't have to throw out that expensive tray liner. I can easily replace this plastic 2 or 3 times a day to keep my paint clean with no additional costs because the plastic is pretty cheap. And this is all I have for waste. Very convenient compared with those huge tray liners. Now, as you guys can see, I try to keep my edge wet. So what I did first was I rolled the first half of the wall and then I back rolled everything before it actually dried. And now I have a wet edge on the left. So I continue going this way until I'm done. And what's really nice about this roller is that you don't have to stop too many times. I literally have to stop only once to go back and back roll it. And then the second time will be my last part of the wall. So here's what's happening on the last part of the wall. I realized that I put a little too much paint on it, and unfortunately there's no way to go back and kind of like spread this paint around. What I'm doing is I'm trying to dry my roller using the second wall that I'm going to paint next. Usually if I put a little too much paint, I simply move it over to the next line, but since I'm already close to the end of the wall, I'm going to transfer some of the excess paint on the next wall and then do my final roll as I planned originally. This was actually the issue that we had with this wall before. Somebody else, some other painter, didn't do a very good job, so I was supposed to fix it, and now this wall looks like one whole piece. All right, this wall is done. It took me twice less of the time, and also I didn't try hard to get rid of those lines because my roller was twice as long. Here's the final result. Hope this video helps. If you want to learn some more of the tricks, watch my next video right over here.